I was working with someone not too long ago, and they were holding on to a relationship, but they were not passionate in the relationship. They were not happy in the relationship. They were just kind of in a relationship, and you could just feel the terror of letting go of the relationship. Now, that is based on inertia, because I asked the person, if you were just to meet this person today, would you date them? And they said no. Okay, so the past is in the way of your current decisions. And then I started going, okay, you're trying to keep a separate self alive by keeping a relationship with this person. Now, if you can go into a relationship that would expand you into your soul and feels like something that you need for your soul's growth, that would be awesome. But they're actually keeping a separate self alive. So then a couple weeks ago, they decided to let go of the person, and I did a one-on-one with them later. And they spent time not calling the person and working on themselves and really creating the space and noticing that if they felt emotionally like connecting to the person, that they wouldn't, which was big for them because they always reached out to the person. Right? So instead, they just had these moments where they would feel but not tell the person, and they started feeling and hearing more what that they themselves felt, because their desire to have the other person understand them was actually blocking their ability to hear it. So they would hear what was inside. They would hear what they felt. And when they heard themselves, they said they felt like this pattern that was the small self dissolved out of them, and they started seeing all of the world as all connected to them. In other words, that made sense to me. If you go, this person is mine, then doesn't that mean everyone else is not mine? Right? So I'm connected to this person, but I don't give a shit about anyone else, really, right? Like I do, but this is my person. Why? Because this person is keeping all my patterns going. This person is my twin flame. This person is my, do you feel that? Really get that. Do you understand that? I want to make sure you guys are with me here, because this is really, really big. Literally, a small separate self is being kept alive by their relationship. In other words, a self that doesn't really exist is being kept alive. But when they let go of the person and then they spend a little time not calling them when they miss them, really get that. They said they would go for a walk and they would see someone and say hi to them. And they actually felt more connected to anyone that was passing because they were all that is. Lori says, which is the question I expect at this point, what about your children? You can protect them and let go of stuck attachment to them. Find a real love with yourself and then teach them that. Be present with that. If you are feeling guilt, sadness, fear in letting go of something, and that's stopping you from letting go of something, you're just strengthening the guilt's power. I want you to get that. I want you to get that. You're strengthening the guilt. The guilt is literally running your decisions. The shame that you're feeling if you're yourself is literally, if you go, check this out. You go, I want to move into this thing, but I feel guilt. And then you go, so I won't, because it said guilt. This now runs your decisions. The guilt is more in charge of you than your soul. And every time you're about to do something, the universe, you got to take this in. I think I said this Sunday, but you got to take this in. The universe does nothing about what you want. It only understands based on what you do. So when people are like, I keep waiting for the new job to show up or the new career to show up, it never does. But they're in a job that's a 5. The universe is like, yeah, you're not making any room for that. As long as this desk is here, I can't put anything else here, right? Bob Proctor said something like that once when he was at an event that he spoke at my event. He said, I can't, as long as this podium's here, I can't put anything else here. So the universe will blow your mind if you follow what the universe is saying. But it's not, just so you know, just so you have clarity, shame, guilt, fear, that's not the universe. You got to know that. Do you get that? Shame, guilt, fear, fear of abandonment, fear of being left, fear of being, that's not the universe. That's your small childhood self. Right? So you're in between the universe calling you, the higher you calling you, the next step, the true you, and a pattern that goes, if I do, then the same thing that happened in 1982 will happen again. And so it's invisible fear that's arbitrary, that's not actually something that's happening now, is up against your highest calling. And the universe gives you the mirror of that. It will give you the mirror of that in finances. It'll give you the mirror of that in your health. It'll give you the mirror of that in your relationships. And it will give you the mirror of that in the rest of the world. The more you free your energy, the more the truth of the world will come right through. Right? You'll be shocked. You'll be like, why doesn't anyone know this? And then you'll move to your highest and you'll undo your attachment from it, go to a higher thing. And then suddenly everyone knows it. It's like so weird how fast the world will move around what you are doing. Are you keeping all the stuff in your life that is not you? Are you staying the small self? Are you cutting us off from the real you? Are you cutting yourself off from the real you? Because that's actually the most important thing. You seeing the real you, seeing the small self until it's dissolved, starts to be the other side of that is the universe seeing itself through you. Right? Once the small self is dissolved, more and more every day, it starts to become louder, the universe seeing itself through you. And the world mirrors that. Now more is seen. Now you're able to see bigger. You're able to hear bigger in yourself. You're able to own more. You're able to be free. Oh, man. There's only a few more months you have holding on, and for not even that, I would go immediately, but holding on to things literally only out of fear of guilt. Meaning, like, if it's a calling to keep something, if it's a calling to expand with something, that's different.